Russia is going to begin drawing down their military forces in Syria, according to news outlets from Russia. And I am interested to find out if it's actually mission accomplished for them or if it's just mission accomplished. And so we're going to turn to Wes in just a second, but I do want to read you a statement from Vladimir Putin. He says that I think the task that was assigned to the Ministry of Defense and the armed forces as a whole has achieved its goal. And so I order the defense minister to start tomorrow withdrawing the main part of our military factions from the Syrian Arab Republic. Now, we don't know, he says he's starting tomorrow. We don't know what pace it'll be on, what percentage will be left behind. Although we do know that Russia's Hamaiman Air Base and its Mediterranean port at Tartus would continue to operate as normal. And so, of course, they have had troops in Syria at that particular base for quite a while, but they're supposedly going to be moving out some of the troops and, of course, the air forces that they brought in to conduct their raids against the anti-Assad rebels.
What's the reasoning behind this?
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished.
That's the stated reasoning at the very least. Do you think that it is mission accomplished? I mean, they sent in a number of bombers and attack aircraft to go against groups that had already largely been, in my perception, destroyed. And so I wonder to what extent
Didn't they really hit ISIS harder than anybody, though?
I mean, that's what they were saying.
They hit everybody really hard. Mission accomplished. He saved Assad's regime for now. He scared away the Turks and the Saudis from getting more deeply involved, so he accomplished that.
That's true.
He showed the world, look at all this high-tech equipment I have that I'm not afraid to use. Russia's
like a Granada, basically.
Russia's back, check it out. And attention, anybody who wants to suppress a revolution or a civil war, who's your buddy?
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Mission
And
accomplished. Let's get out of here.
I mean, mission accomplished for now, but I mean, how long is this mission going to be accomplished, right? Like, the rebels still exist.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a weakened state, a fairly weak state. I mean, look, I think that you're right in that it is a demonstration of their supposed continued military prowess. It allows, the more Russia intervenes in countries like it did in Crimea, Ukraine, although they don't say that they did, and now in Syria, the more often it happens, the more used to it the world gets to them being these at least regional powers who are willing to invade these countries. And so to some extent, perhaps it's a medium and long-term win for him in establishing a precedent, even if it doesn't necessarily do exactly what they planned to when he moved in specifically for Assad.
It's a huge strategic win for him. I mean, look, the conflict will go on there. Assad is still under threat. He saved Assad's regime, and he sent a message to every ally of Russia that Russia will back you regardless of what the world says, and we don't care what the world says. We're your buddies.
Yeah.
That matters to people,
Yeah.
especially in the Middle East and a lot of the rest of the world where America has not rushed to their aid.
So what do you think? Well played by Putin?
Well played by Putin.
It'll be also interesting to see. I mean, we've heard him make claims about where they were and weren't deploying troops before, at least in Eastern Europe. It'll be interesting to find out if we find out in 3 months that satellite photographs show they didn't move any troops out. They increased the troops. It's entirely possible.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah.
That's entirely possible. But for him, I think Putin has achieved most of his goals. And constant, relentless military bombing and flight operations are expensive to maintain.
That's true.
In a country that's got a contracting economy.
That's true. We have to keep that in mind.